I have seen other people try the homebrew games on the Virtual Boy. I wanted to do the same. I'm not playing on an actual Virtual Boy. I'm playing on a Virtual Boy emulator called Virtual Boy Go, found on the MetaQuest 3 VR headset. So let's go through. Is this all the homebrew? Probably not, but it should be most of them. So here's blocks. This one is quite funny. Eat instruction and precaution booklets. It's a joke we had back in the day in the virtual boy in the virtual boy homebrew scene. So the point of this one is it's called blocks. You can see password or new game. You click new game. You can choose easy, medium, hard. Let's choose easy. And then you get the story here. I'm just going to quickly go through all the games so you get the gist of it. But here you can see. And yes, the Virtual Boy, the Nintendo system from 1995, still has an active homebrew scene. It's quite interesting to see. Personally, I love the Virtual Boy. The Virtual Boy is not true 3D like a MetaQuest 3. It's more like 2.5D kind of thing. So it has 3D. It's a 32-bit system, believe it or not. So it does have a lot of potential. And some games are 2.5D, some are 3D, but it's a very powerful system. It's just that Nintendo only released the first generation of games. And they were working on the second generation of games, and I think like 3 of games in the second generation was released. So you can see there, all you do is you push these boxes. See, that's it. And then you can save, and then you can retry and quit. And when you win, you get the password. You can save the password and just come back. So this is blocks, and there's blocks 2. So it's just the same one, but with more music and with more maps. Yep. And that's blocks 2. Next. Ball Face. Ball Face is one of these shooting games. I forget the name of it on top of my head, but there was one of these unreleased, I think it's called Faceball, one of these unreleased games was actually found and ported to the Virtual Boy, and then someone made custom maps you could do here. So basically what you do is, you can see, you try to find the enemies and you shoot them. That's the gist of the game. And this one is more 3D. As I told you before, the Virtual Boy was actually 32-bit. It was a very powerful machine. It's just that Nintendo never released the games that really showcase the headset. There is some few games, like official games, like Red Alarm and stuff, that really showcases what the potential of the platform. But most of these games, like even Doom, was planned for it, but it never got released. So there you see. You can shoot enemies. Your aim is to shoot enemies. So yeah, this is Faceball. Bound Tie is one of the few released games, unreleased games, that was actually found and released years later. From what I understand, the story is basically when somebody finds one of these rare games, they try to sell it for thousands of dollars, and then somebody in the community says, if everybody, pays a bit, we'll make a pot, and then when we have a pot, we'll buy the game and release it for free. I'm not going to play the game, but you can see the game here. Yes, let's play the game. Why not? Okay. So adventure mode, score attack, and random game. Let's take score attack. Why not? Just to show the game. Start the game. And there we go. Whatever. And this is like, I would call this is like Generation 2, because Nintendo only released Generation 1 games, with a few exceptions like Red Alarm. Most of these Generation 2 games, including this and Doom and Donkey Kong and whatnot, were never released. But they could have really showcased the potential of the headset. You can see. So a lot is like arcade. Think of it like arcade 3D, 2.5D or 3D games, like this one, pseudo 3D. But yeah, this is the game. There we go. So that's the game. Next up, Captain Sevilla 3D, made by one of the Spanish people of the community back in the day. I was very active in the community back in the day, before they got a Discord page. When they got Discord, I used it less. So back in the day, we used to have forums on Planet Virtual Boy. And I never made games for it, but I was very active there, kind of active. So you can see, Dutch, Spanish, English. I think it's a comic strip or a comic show based in Spain or in a Spanish-speaking country. So let's take English. So this is basically a platformer. You can see. You even have a story here, a comic strip story. Quite fun. And again, a lot of these homebrew games, they try to add something to make it a bit more 3D. Like in this case, the picture in the middle is behind the picture on the left. Like it's a bit like in your film. It's not 2D, it's more like parallax scrolling, I guess. It's the closest you can get. That was kind of popular on Super Nintendo. So it's just a platformer. You can see, you can shoot. You can see in the bottom there, I only have 4 shots, 3 left. So 1, 2. And as you can hear there, this game has sound and everything. And the cars are in the foreground. So again, homebrew games are trying many things to make it more 3D. Mostly by having, you can see the mountains, mostly by putting stuff in the foreground and background. I think it's called, parallax scrolling, I think the term is. But that's one of the features of the Virtual Boy. Having stuff in the foreground, having stuff in the background. You can even duck. So let's just play this game until I die. And you can see I'm out of ammo. So you can reload. You can see in the bottom it says reload too. I just don't... Oh, there you go. Sorry. You have to I think you press the up button to reload. And you only have 1 life, so you can see there. Abajo la cultura. I don't know what abajo means, but la cultura means the culture. Yeah. So the background is Spanish, but it is based on a Spanish comic strip. But yep, we'll play it until I die. There you go. I have no idea if this is unfinished or not, but it's very cool. You can see the background and foreground. You can see it. I'm assuming we're supposed to go to that side. Or it could be that right here, The game is it's a demo and it's stopped here. I don't know. I have no idea what to do right now. But anyway, let's stop it here. But that's Captain Seville. Here we got, Captain Sevilla. Sevilla, if you don't know, it's a city in the south of Spain in a region called Andalusia. And yes, I do speak fluent Spanish. Anyway, here is Casino. Let's lower the volume. You can see up there it has, I can hardly read it, but roulette, blackjack, and slot machine. So here's roulette. So basically, what do you want to, you can go down here even. What do you want to bet your money on? Let's bet it on 25. You see in the bottom there, bet this 1-6. I lost. So, yeah, nothing 3D. Here we have blackjack. Let's see here. That's a 6 and they have 9. The aim is to get closest to 21. I lost. Fuck. Because 9 plus 6 is 15. 15 plus 6. No, show it 21. Good. Bet this one. Yeah. Anyway, that's blackjack. I'm not a pro how to play it, but I don't know how to play it. I don't really know the settings to play it. So. And then last we got slot machine. This one is by far the most interesting one. I talked to the guy when he made the game back in the day, and he was going to add a lot of stuff, but eventually he gave up. Yeah. And keeping my homebrew games, you don't expect to have like full-fledged games. Alright, there you go. And in the bottom it says, bet this one. So apparently I could bet more. Let's try it again. Oh, there, you can see in the bottom there. Bet this one, bet this 2. So let's bet 2. Let's bet 2, see? Would it stop automatically? No, you have to press a button. But anyway, that's Casino. Next up, we got F-Zero. Doesn't work on this emulator, sadly. Here we got 4. You can see there. It gets stuck here. It won't work. Next up, Formula V public demo. Release, you can see there. 14th of October in 2021. Quick race, time trial, and best trial. Let's just take quick race, why not? And you can choose different settings here. Quite interesting. And then on the top, there we go. Here you can choose different vehicles. Let's just use this one. More information. You see, and then here's the game. It's basically a top-down scrolling thing. This is quite cool. Before you start the race, if you don't press anything, you can see there are the clouds in the foreground. So again, a lot of games use like this foreground, middle ground, and background. You play in one ground, you play in one plane, and then have a forward plane and a background plane. Like you can see with the clouds. You can see there. Quite interesting. The game itself is not really that 3D. Yeah, you can see that I'm not very good at this game, but it's basically a top-down racing game, where you're basically I'm assuming spaceships. You know? To be honest, a lot of his homebrew games are not super impressive. But it's still nice that people want to make stuff for it. A lot of his homebrew games, like this one, has like very cool intros, but the game itself is like, it's fun for a while, but it's a bit primitive. But anyway, another interesting game for the Virtual Boy. Next we got Go Sub. Yeah, you're a submarine trying to get to the end without touching the ground. There is another one called 3D. You cannot stop the submarine, and the aim is not to touch the walls and floor. There is another one. I think it's called 3D. There, you can see there it died. There is another one called 3D sub, where you can actually shoot enemies and stuff. But this one, okay. So your aim is just to get to the. Your aim is to get to the chest without touching the walls. It's a quite in the in the 3D one, you can actually go backward and forward in the screen. You can go behind walls and stuff here now, because this was his first attempt to make something. Okay, I'll try it one more time and then we'll call it a day. You saw there, I think it was made in 2010. You can see that it has some problems. That even if you're not, it has like it's hard to explain this. It's like there's an invisible square around the sub, and sometimes the square will touch the wall, even if you didn't touch the wall. You can see. Okay, let's try it one last time. Anyway, the aim is to get to the end. I'm not very good at it, but there you go. Metroid, it's not a real game. It's just an April Fool's joke. So again here, eat instruction and precaution booklets. Quite funny humor we had back in the day. But this is not a real game. It's just, it will come up text. You will see. April Fools. Sorry. The game doesn't work. It doesn't exist. Okay. Nico-chan is basically Faceball again. I think Nico-chan is the original game, and Faceball is what somebody made. They made an emulator where you can change the levels and make your own game. So this one is exactly the same as Faceball, but this is the original game. One of the unreleased games that was never released. And people got scared back in the day for this out-of-pause feature. It was only really made for kids, because kids have developing eyes. Same thing why kids should not play. Like a lot of these games, you can see there, a lot of these virtual board games had really cool 3D intros. Personally, I find the intros in many games more interesting than the actual games. Okay. So let's pick a stage. Let's pick stage 4. Why not? It seems 4-1. So I'm assuming the aim is it's the same as the Faceball one. You just go around and try to shoot enemies and and then when you win, you go to stage 5-2. You see? And this one they can actually hit you back. And you can pick up items and. I won, so I beat the 2 guys. This is 5-2. I have tried to get the Pac-Man to work on the official hardware. It wouldn't work either. These are all official games. Let's go down and see. Here we got Capitan again. But this is not Capitan Sevilla. I think this is the first version. I think I made 2 games. This might be the other one. This might be the first one he made, and then the other one was the second one. So let's see what he got. So this is the first one he made. You can see there is no language settings. It's only in Spanish. So if you remember the other one, you had four ammo. You can shoot 4 times and you have to reload. Here you can apparently shoot. You can see, and the enemies will just never stop. Basically, you can duck here. Let's just play it until I die. And you can see in the background there, just for fun, Planet Virtual Boy. The enemies will keep respawning until you get to the next scene. I was out of ammunition. But anyway, and again, the car is in the foreground. This old man is in the background. So again, a lot of Virtual Boy games are using foreground, but 3 different plane of existence, so to speak. Like if you look up there, you can see in the distance there a tower or something. It's in the background. It's to make it a bit more immersive. But yeah, there we go. Civi. Next, CD. CD stands for, I forget. But there's just, oh, this game I remember quite well because I was the guy who told him you should add it. He released the game without the story. So I was the guy, if you don't know me, I was called a Kumi in the forums. I told the guy to make a story for it, if he could add a story, so we did. So the CB, I think, stands for channel something. But the aim of this one is to get to the door without touching the button, basically. You go to the door, you press up, next level. You just keep going, keep going, keep going. Not the most interesting game, but there you go. Especially since animation on the guy is very basic. And the music is very repetitive. But anyway, there you go. Boy, homebrew scene. Channel Sweeper. This one only has one level. It's a bit hard to explain. So when you hold on a certain button, you will see you will be a O and an E will go move towards you. You have to hold down the O and then move and take over this S stuff. If the E hits you, you lose the game. And there's only one level. Like that. You have to try to make him disappear, and then I win. That's it. It's just it's like a demo thing. There's this. There's no levels, no nothing. There's only one level, but it's a concept of proof than anything. Here is something called CW. Oh, crossword. This is interesting. Okay, so let's say here, one container. Then you can yes, I can do it here. You can go backwards, or you can go forward. And you have to so it's a crossword puzzle. Nothing 3D that sticks out. There's nothing 3D in it. Unless... Yeah, and you keep going until you make... Yeah, so it's a crossword puzzle. Quite interesting. Let's load it again. I want to see if there's There we go. You can change the number of I think it has different puzzles, but it's quite interesting. If you think you're quite smart and you like, puzzle games and stuff like this, so here you go. Next, we got DC Pad. Oh, it's Death Chase. So Death Chase is basically the motorcycle scene in Star Wars. So you just basically drive. You can see it drive in 3D like this. And your aim is to hit these enemies without touching the trees. And every time you press the button, you go faster. And you can see that. And then when you shoot it, you can move. So you can move the ammunition. Well, you see, you can move it like this. And your aim is just to hit these. Yes, I think it's a Star Wars. What's the enemies called again? The troopers. It's the trooper motorcycle. They basically do like this, and you shoot, and you try to hit them. See? I got them. I think I got. No, I didn't. And your aim is just do like this and try not to. There, I got him. Okay, let's see if I can get him quickly here, because I want to see what happens. So that guy's super annoying. You can see he won't turn. Maybe if I do like this. You can see if I slow down, he will do like that. And all you have to basically do is ignore the trees. Now it's level 2. Level 2 is nighttime. I'm unsure if it's just darker because I'm on the emulator. I'm assuming no. So basically, the Virtual Boy could only do black and red, but the red is not one color. Red is like a 10 color, I think. You can do a lot of different. Like this one has light red, dark red, medium. There's a million different of each color, you know. Basically. So yeah, that's the Star Wars chase scene. Quite interesting. I think it's quite cool. It showcases some aspect of the game. I wish it was more, you know, not just a demo, I guess, a smaller war. Here's next one. Flappy Cheap Cheap. This one was famous back in the day. Press A to play again. Yeah, just see how far you can go. It's just the standard one you might have heard seen a long time ago. But anyway, that's the game. Next we got Game Hero. If you don't know Flash Boy, that was the first Flash card ever made for the Virtual Boy. Yeah, so it's basically Guitar Hero where errors come down. You have to do different stuff. Is it a bit too fast here? That's because I'm playing on emulator. So maybe the other one, this one. Reality Boy was one of the first emulators made for the Virtual Boy. Again, I'm using a different controller scheme because I'm in a Beta 3. But yeah, you can do this. Yeah. And you can basically hear the music. So let's pick something people like. So let's say Super Mario. That should be very famous. The main theme. There you go. Next we got, I think this one doesn't work, so let's go to this one. But yeah. Anyways, next, Hunter. This is in my opinion one of the best homebrew games made. But it's far from done. I think it was never finished. You can see there's a full-fledged 3D game. So what you do is you run around like this, and then you can actually drive vehicles. And you can plant bombs and stuff. This is super good made. It's a bit pixelated, I see, on the actual emulator. It's better on the official hardware, because this game I do remember. You can see there's a car, okay? And you can drive car. So if they made this game on the actual Virtual Boy, like officially made, better, you know, but polished it up, it could be very cool. You saw there. There it is. So this, in my opinion, is one of the best games made. It's a shame it's so small. I think it can blow up a house, but there's not much to do. It's just it's more a concept than anything. Okay. Next, we got something called IH5. Legend of Helga. Apparently made in 2013. A story? Yep. Maybe some cool intro. Who knows? Okay. So I cannot do anything. Let's go in here and see. Maybe I can go in here. It's dangerous to go alone. Here, take this. Now I cannot enter. So I got something I don't see. There's no menu system. I'm trying to press all the buttons. There's no menu, nothing. Okay, let's go here. You go here, nothing. See? I go. You can see. I pass the screen, nothing is happening. Maybe I'm missing something. But if this was finished, It could be a very cool Zelda clone. Because the Virtual Boy does not have any RPGs. Okay, here's a Lights Out. I think it's a Simon Quest thing. Okay, I cannot start it, sorry. And I cannot stand the flickering. Next, we got this one. Mini Game Mayhem. Artful Dodger. Games. I thought so. Your aim is basically just don't touch these guys. The only reason I'm pausing is because I wanted to see the text. Cereal 119, soup 99 cents. So it's just one of these games. Don't touch this guy. Okay. Next we got the Candyman. Game over. Okay. I don't understand what to do, but there we go. It looks a bit strange, but there we go. Next we got Super Mario. There is no way for me to jump. I'm assuming it's the father emulator. Cranberry. I don't understand this game. I'm assuming I'm just supposed to ignore these people. You cannot shoot or anything. It's just ignore them and then try to find stuff. You can see it's right over there. But yeah, there you go. Another weird one. Okay. So this one, in my opinion, is one of the best ones he made because of the graphics. Like the flying, what do you call it? The tool you're hitting the flies with actually look like the real ones. Yeah, you see. So this one looks more like in depth and 3D. But there you go. Okay. I'm assuming we're supposed to. What happened there? I have no idea. Anyway, that's one of the games. Next, we got Output. Oh, it's this game. I forget the name of it. So this was one of the games released. Well, basically, you're supposed to eat fish and ignore other fish. You just eat them. Every time you eat them, you gain points. That's it. And this one was really good because it's really in depth. You can see the foreground, the background, and the ground you're playing on. So it's very in depth. Yeah, I'm dying on purpose because I want to go to the menu. So there we go. You can see it's just different backgrounds. But this game. If it was released officially by Nintendo or like back in the day, it could be really cool. Yeah. So the Virtual Boy basically what they do is it's basically arcade style games, but more 3D looking. It's not bad at all. There you go, it's a fishing game, not bad at all. Output Pad. I don't think the official game is called Output, but it is here. So yeah, anyway, same thing. Let's just go to the other two ones and see. Just so you can see the background. You hear it there. This is Mario theme. And last we got this one. There you go. Quite cool. One of the better homebrew games. Here we got Pong Invaders. I have played this on official hardware, and in the hardware the ball actually moves. But for this one it doesn't seem to work. It's a shame. But basically it's a combination of Pong and Space Invaders. Quite fun, if it actually worked. Okay, next we got R3, what this means. R3. R3 doesn't work. Next we got Real Danger. No intro or nothing. I cannot jump or anything. I can just walk left and right. Can I even die? When it picks me up, everything disappears. I don't understand. But anyway, another random game. Red Square. Push start. Okay, let's see what I got. Okay, this one is so far the best. It's better than the Helga game, the other one. It's just because I don't have two colors, it's hard to see. But you can see I'm moving somewhere. You can see there. From the moving animations, I'm assuming I'm under the ocean. But there you go. It's I don't know what to do here. But apparently you can. It's like a puzzle game thing, I assume. Next we got SU. Oh, this is by far one of my favorite games. It's basically a shmup game, top-down view shmup game. And basically you are the Soviet Union shooting Americans. It's quite fun. And they made two versions. Like a year apart. So you shoot these guys and you can get items. I think, or can you get items? I think items are only, they call it Soviet Union and Soviet Union 2011. Because it was made in 2010 and 2011. And you can see on the top there, on the top right, it says 15. Apparently got 13 ammo, but you can pick up ammo. You pick up ammo by picking up this stuff. But yeah, that's this one, and the next one is number 11. That's the answer. Soviet Union. Maybe that one easiest for me. Quite funny story if you can read it. I'm not gonna be bothered. There we go. This one is better made, see. The other one looked more spaceship thing, and this one is more like in. The other one looked like you were flying in space, and this one looks like you're flying on Earth. And you have to shoot them like 2 times. See? And at the top it says here. And if the more you shoot of these people, the more items you will get. Oh my god. And they shoot back. See? It's a very fun game if you get used to it. Let's try it one more time. And yes, sometimes they do shoot back, so you have to be careful. Yeah, one of the better games of the. Yeah, people always say they want a VR Doom. Somebody tried to make a VR Doom, you can see, but it's not working. But this is what Doom would look like. I think much better than this. But yeah, just a showcase, like what could have been. And last we got VBLC. This is a Doka Doka Literature Club fan game. I think it's one of his text-based novels. And the background looks nothing special. Personally, I'm not into much into text-based games. But there you have it. Is this all the homebrew games? I suspect no, but it's most of them. So yes, even after 20 years, people are still making homebrew games for the Virtual Boy, and I find it very, very interesting. If you don't have a Virtual Boy and you want to try the Virtual Boy games and you have a VR headset, yeah, put on your VR MetaQuest 2 or 3 or pick or whatever. Download this on the side quest. Then you open the map inside the headset through a PC and you put the ROMs inside it and you can play all these games. And about 95% of games work. So, but yeah, this was the homebrew stuff. Hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay. I'm assuming we're supposed to. What happened there? I have no idea. Anyway, that's one of the games. Next, we got Output. Oh, it's this game. I forget the name of it. So this was one of the games released. Well, basically, you're supposed to eat fish and ignore other fish. You just eat them. Every time you eat them, you gain points. That's it. And this one was really good because it's really in depth. You can see the foreground, the background, and the ground you're playing on. So it's very in depth. Yeah, I'm dying on purpose because I want to go to the menu. So there we go. You can see it's just different backgrounds. But this game. If it was released officially by Nintendo or like back in the day, it could be really cool. Yeah. So the Virtual Boy basically what they do is it's basically arcade style games, but more 3D looking. It's not bad at all. There you go, it's a fishing game, not bad at all. Output pad. I don't think the official game is called Output, but it is here. So yeah, anyway, same thing. Let's just go to the other two ones and see. Just so you can see the background. You hear it there. This is Mario theme. And last we got this one. There you go, quite cool. One of the better homebrew games. Here we got Pong Invaders. I have played this on official hardware, and in the hardware the ball actually moves. But for this one it doesn't seem to work. It's a shame. But basically it's a combination of Pong and Space Invaders. Quite fun, if it actually worked. Okay, next we got R3, what this means. R3. R3 doesn't work. Next, we got Real Danger. No intro or nothing. I cannot jump or anything. I can just walk left and right. Can I even die? When it picks me up, everything disappears. I don't understand. But anyway, another random game. Red Square. Push start. Okay, let's see what I got. Okay, this one is so far the best. It's better than the Helga game, the other one. It's just because I don't have two colors, it's hard to see. But you can see I'm moving somewhere. You can see there. From the moving animations, I'm assuming I'm under the ocean. But there you go. It's I don't know what to do here. Apparently you can. It's like a puzzle game thing, I assume. Next we got SU. Oh, this is by far one of my favorite games. It's basically a SMUP game, top-down view SMUP game. And basically you are the Soviet Union shooting Americans. It's quite fun. And they made two versions, like a year apart. So you shoot these guys and you can get items. I think, or can you get items? I think items are only. They call it Soviet Union and Soviet Union 2011 because it was made in 2010 and 2011. And you can see on the top there, on the top right, it says 15. Apparently, got 13 ammo, but you can pick up ammo. You pick up ammo by picking up this stuff. But yeah, that's this one, and the next one is number 11. That's the answer. Soviet Union. Maybe that one easy. Quite funny story if you can read it. I'm not gonna be bothered. There we go. This one is better made. See? The other one looked more spaceship thing, and this one is more like in. The other one looked like you were flying in space, and this one you looks like you're flying on Earth. And you have to shoot them like 2 times. See? And then at the top it says here. And if the more you shoot of these people, the more items you will get. Oh my god. And they shoot back. See? It's a very fun game if you get used to it. Let's try it one more time. And yes, sometimes they do shoot back. So you have to be careful. Yeah, it's one of the better games of the. Yeah, people always say they want a VR Doom. Somebody tried to make a VR Doom, you can see. But it's not working. But this is what Doom would look like. I think much better than this. But yeah, just a showcase, like what could have been. And last we got VBLC. This is a Doka Doka Literature Club fan game. I think it's one of his text-based novels. The background looks nothing special. Personally, I'm not into much into text-based games. But there you have it. Is this all the homebrew games? I suspect no, but it's most of them. So yes, even after 20 years, people are still making homebrew games for the Virtual Boy, and I find it very, very interesting. If you don't have a Virtual Boy and you want to try the Virtual Boy games and you have a VR headset, yeah, put on your VR MetaQuest 2 or 3 or pick or whatever. Download this on the side quest. Then you open the map inside the headset through a PC and you put the ROMs inside it and you can play all these games. And about 95% of games work. So, but yeah, this was the homebrew stuff. Hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video.